So there are many things that can be done to promote growth, but I think the fundamental thing is, of course, to create a better business environment. For that, you need a constituency of reform and a constituency that has an interest and a stake in a better environment for business. And you do that by building a middle class of entrepreneurs whose very existence and very development is dependent on these institutions. So I think that's the fundamental thing. And of course, then there are very specific things you can do. Getting banks to fund entrepreneurs, training entrepreneurs, having programs to bring universities and business together and so on, to think more about how can education, basic skills become better suited for what's needed from business life.
Well, my message is twofold. One is that I'm concentrating really in the countries of the MENA region, of the Middle East and North Africa. And my message there first is that those countries are not sufficiently integrated in the global economy, which is rapidly changing. And those countries, I think, have huge opportunities, but they're not availing of those opportunities. The second issue is why that is the case and what can be done about it. I mean, when I look at their trade pattern, they're rather well, in a sense, integrated in terms of the agreement that they have with the European countries. I think there are a number of weaknesses domestically, and those weaknesses are mostly of a regulatory nature. And what I would like is to see how Europe and our neighbors to the south can better cooperate with one another in order to transform the regulatory environment and sort of avail of the economic opportunities.
The way to start to kick off the economy starting again in the Middle East and North Africa is via entrepreneurship, which has been neglected totally. You know, across the spectrum. If you look at our education system in the Middle East, it's the one, according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, which has had the least, if any, education at any level concerning entrepreneurship. So it was either you get a government job or you just sit around in the informal economy. And that's one message. And the other one is to take seriously the question of redistribution and inequalities, because you have huge disparities between the North and the South in Egypt and other Middle East countries. And the way to do that is obviously through different policies and institutions that need to be reformed.
We also have in a parallel, and I think it's an interesting experiment to bring in young people, particularly from Turkey, but also from the rest of the region. They are working in a different room, they are following what we are doing over video, but more importantly, they are organizing their own sessions, and our speakers are coming to them to speak to them.